I want to thank you for tuning in the video today. I did a video the other day on the 11,000 watt inverter generator, and a bunch of y'all have asked that you want to see it loaded up. Okay, so I've got a twist lock on my house here on my back patio in my shop, and I'm gonna go ahead and plug this thing in. And I do have instant hot water heaters that are gas on my house, so I don't have a lot of amp load for hot water heaters, but I do have two 5-ton AC units on the house, and I've got a 1-ton for the living area in the shop. So we're gonna fire this thing up. I'm guessing we'll be around 6,500 watts, somewhere in that area, and put a load on it and see what it does today. Okay, so we are plugged in, everything's switched over in the panel. Over here, we need to switch this to gas. Turn that on. Let's fire it up. Let that warm up for just a second. And I've got one 5-ton on that side, and I've got another 5-ton on the other side. Go ahead and get the power on and see how it does. I have this genset here on my back patio, you know, and like I said, if I move a little bit further away from it here, still being able to have a conversation, not that far away from it, it's pulling the load great. So we're gonna let it run here for a few minutes, come back, do a video, want to make sure everything kicks on in the house and all those things are running. Lights, both ACs, everything is on, it's powering the whole house. All right, so I'm probably about 30 foot away. I do have solar, so I know what my house generally pulls. So that 6,500 watts is dead on, and that's what we're running. And that's what when I talk about sizing the inverter generator, like in my other video, you don't want to buy an inverter generator that's going to be maxed out running 100% RPM. That's not where your efficiency is going to be. So having this genset sitting here at 6,400, which is about half load, maybe 60% load, running about half throttle, that's exactly where you want to design it to be. If you're going to have more of an 8,000 or 9,000 load, you might look at the 16,000 watt. That way you're sitting there with a little efficiency, but it also gives you a buffer to run more if you need to. So I did top this off right to the top of that red ring. And we're gonna put a little run time on this, pulling the load. And let's see how much fuel this thing actually burns. Right now you can look, we got right at 1 hour and 4 minutes on the unit. All right, just walking through the house, I wanted to show y'all, I did a switch over. I didn't come in here and turn anything off. All the airs are on 72, the house, everything. So everything is all the lights, AC, TV. So this 11,000 watt is plenty to run what you need to run. If you've got hot water heaters, you might kick those breakers off and shut everything else down to heat the water up when you need it. But, I think for the size of that generator with the 50 amp plug, it definitely covers what I needed to cover. So we're gonna go back outside here in a few minutes. It's been running for almost 30 minutes. We're gonna get a picture. I'm gonna measure how much fuel it burned in a 30-minute time, averaging between 3,500 to 6,500 watts, right? That's the load it's fluctuating in. Okay, so we have right at 33 minutes on it. So that's right at 30 because we started with almost 3 minutes on the startup of it being loaded. So we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. And then what we're gonna do is see how much fuel we burn in a full 30 minutes of runtime, pulling 3.5 to 6.5 kW. We have exactly 40 ounces of ethanol-free fuel right here. We're gonna fill this thing right back up to where it was after 30 minutes of runtime. put the exact 40 ounces in it, and we are at the top of the ring, exactly where it was before we started. So I didn't guess that, it just worked out perfectly. So we'll do the math on that and be right back. All right, so my Generator's running. I'm going to exercising it since I'm out here running these anyway. So that's what you hear. It's right around the corner of the back of my shop. Right at 40 ounces, it's 0.3 something gallons, okay? So let's just say at that rate, I could run 3 hours on a gallon of gas, okay? So if that number's true, 7 gallons should get me a full 21 hours of run time on that average load. Now I know there's some room for error on that, but rough estimates, and I'm rounding down a little bit. So I would say 20 to 21 hours on 7 gallons full in my house is about what I'll burn. So anyway, if the video helped you any, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, and if you got any questions, just drop them down in the comments below. That's pretty much going to cover the 11,000 watt generator. I want to get it loaded, kind of show the fuel usage, and we've done that. So catch you on the next video.